Hey guys, in today's interview, I wanted to interview the creator of AOKO and Alice.XEX because I really thought it was a hidden gem of video, and I do believe that there are messages within this story that I decided I just wanted to ask the creator themselves. So let's just get right into it, right? Kai, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm
What's up, guys? Okay, cool. Okay. First question I have listed.
okay.
What brought about this concept? I wanted a character in Fate Go named Akko because she's like in my top 3 favorite Type Moon main characters, and the reason why it's called Akko and Alice is because my best friend Alice helped in the production of this video alive. Plus, she was right up, so I had to talk. Okay. That leads to question 2. What is an XEX? At first, it was me just trying to grind, right? I wanted to capture the grind, right? And how hype it was until that character initially dropped. And then I was gonna have summons be a whole separate thing. But the term XEX, like its actual meaning of it just being just something random, right, has transformed into something that isn't necessarily random, but it's like controlled randomness, if that makes sense, right? Because the goal now with XEX is to produce hype, yes, but I want people to go into it just experiencing something different, right? I don't want someone to watch the Fu Swan one and then be like, oh my god, it's just like the Topaz one. Oh my god, it's just like this, it's just like that. Because the XEXs aren't made to be sequels. They're made to be the full capture of my experience, right? Using intensely copyrighted music, because I just love that stuff, right? And I don't usually get to do that. So the XEXs are like my real passion projects. Really. Right. Okay. With that being said, what was AOKO and Alice.XEX really about? So, contradictory to literally what I just said, this is actually a true sequel, right? This is a true sequel to the Sparkle XEX, and in a way that it's rebirth. So if you had watched the Sparkle.xex, I had a section at the very end where it was called Rebirth, right? The entirety of AOKO and Alice.XEX is Rebirth Part 2. And this is going to be the final part. This is the final part. There's no more rebirth shit after this, right? But that's not gonna answer your question, right? What is this really about? Yeah. Saber is the embodiment of suppressing emotions. She single-handedly got rid of so many things I care about, as well as blinding me when trying to escape, leaving me with nothing but unknown rage and sadness because I fell for her trap, right? When told by Kaiju, don't take her offer, right? The suppression of emotion outweighed my judgment, and my brain auto-corrected Kaiju saying don't take her offer to do take her offer, which caused me to fall down even further, right? The Eternite MC is the embodiment of the sound part of your mind when suppressing your emotions is not there. But I went back into the trap when presented with the sound argument because I thought the second of being sound would get rid of the emotions I'm suppressing, right? But that in and of itself is a suppression of emotions, which made me fall back down into it. Other people aiding in my insanity, like the person telling me it's just a game, grow up, right? Aiding in my insanity, my unwillingness to accept things because of how small they see things. when they're just literally unable to see the bigger picture, right? Because of this suppression. And that validation aids to your suppression and convinces you nothing is wrong, which is why I lost my mind, right? When you take it all in and accept your emotions for what they are, only then can you really get over it, right? And that's why Saber started to reverb, relapse, and transform backwards. When I just did that, I just accepted my emotions for what they were. In the face of bad luck, you tend to forget you weren't unlucky at all because of what you have already in front of you, right? The suppression of emotion has no bearing over you when you accept things. So when I did accept all of my rage and anger, when I was on the front page for the summons, I felt true bliss, right? Even while losing, I was able to comprehend that Kaiju and the gang were still in front of me the whole time, and they had never left. And that is the message that I wanted to paint with the suppression of emotion. Feeling like you can't feel rage, feeling like you can't feel sadness, feeling like you can't feel is what causes you to lose in the first place. Because even while I had lost, I didn't really lose anything because the things that were in front of me the whole time were still there. Thank you. Is Saber Plush really a villain? Do we have to like worry about that when we watch the outro, or how's that going down? Everything in the XEX series is canon only to the XEX series and has no bearing on the rest of the channel. So like just think about Saber Plush as like acting in a movie or something, because Saber Plush can't even fucking talk besides saying, yeah, I think she's asleep. So I don't know if yeah. Okay. Yeah. Isn't you saying you'd win at the end, throwing away the message of accepting winning and losing? Not at all. It conveys exactly what I wanted to portray with the video. I think you can't lose if you accept things the way they happen. So no matter the outcome of what happened, you'd win as long as you don't forget what's in front of you and what the future can hold if you just wait. Plus, me saying nah, I'd win was more so for hype, because I had it wrote down that I was gonna be like, nah, something else. But I was like, dude, I'm just gonna say nah, I'd win. Is your content made up of a lot of subliminal and hidden messaging? If I'm being honest, I have a lot of just hidden messages in my content that I'm just waiting for the right person to come in and find them all. Because hidden stuff and just messages like this just go hard to me, right? So I want to produce stuff like this that people with similar mindsets can watch it and draw conclusions to my content, or maybe make their own, right? Without my definition or explanation. I'm gonna plug Kive NZK. Doesn't no one getting your content right now make you upset? If I'm being honest, the only time I get upset about content is when I make something trying to cater towards a larger, bigger demographic. When I make stuff like of my own volition, like stories that I want to tell, the things I like, right? Like the XEX series, for example. I'm never mad or upset, because like I know that like that will be a masterpiece that people will go back and watch through the years and be like, yo, what the, this is how he started, yo, what the heck, he's doing this now, oh, yo, right? So I do like every upload I make, right? Except for the ones that are catered towards current events, present day, right? Those I get mad because it kind of loses its weight and effect unless it's like 80 years in the fucking future, or it's right then and there in that moment. Those are the only times where that type of content is looked at and it's like cool, right? And I think that sucks, but I need to do that to get out there on YouTube, to expand and grow my channel. I need to cover things that aren't timeless, but are time limited, right? All right. Thank you for part 1 of the interview. I really did appreciate this. If the viewers at home have any questions you'd like me to ask on part 2 of this interview, because there will be a second part with more questions, not specifically catered towards maybe the XEX series, but other things in the future, leave your comments down below, and I'll handpick some, and we'll have the conversation then, guys. Thank you again for showing up today. Yeah, no problem, man. I will say though, it's kind of weird how we just talk to ourselves. Hello?
EX
EX Caliber.